Welcome all. Our today's topic is project plan. In the previous lecture, we have learned about project planning, and today we will learn about project plan. To help or to succeed a planning, we must create or we must follow different plans to support our overall planning. Okay, so project plans describes the various aspects of a project, and every plan should consist the following points like introduction, project organization, risk analysis, hardware and software resource requirements, work breakdown, project schedule, monitoring and reporting techniques. Okay, these points and these aspects should contain in every type of plan. Now we will learn some different type of project plans. We have some most common plans, namely the first one is initial plan. As the name suggests, initial plan. It means at the very first level which plan is followed or which plan is planned, which plan is created, that is called initial plan. In order to begin the risk assessment of any project, you will need some sort of plan that indicates the broad strategy to achieve the project activities, or you can say some plans that will provide a brief overview about the whole project, the pros and cons of that particular project, the risk factors, the success rate of that particular project based upon the previous data. These are called initial plan. Here actual work is not done. Okay, the next plan is reference plan. After modification in initial plan, we will get this plan. Okay, this is also known as baselining, a plan for later comparison purposes. At we have discussed earlier that after every time, after every phase, we will compare our actual progress with the planned one. So this is the plan which we will compare to the current action. The reference plan will not have all the nut and bolts of a base plan with which to investigate the project. It is a rough idea, we can say. Okay, the next one is base plan. Base plan, it will contain milestones, cost data, cash flow information, resource allocation, etc. It means it have the nut and bolts of the reference plan. It have all concrete data to start a project. It will also contain those proactive plans that mitigate or reduce the effects of some risks with allowance made for the appropriate resource needs. Okay, as it have some concrete data, so we can plan to minimize the risk. Our next plan is contingency plan, and this will mean you reserving resource or finance for its implementation. As when, as of now, before contingency plan, we have better idea about resources, that this kind of resources, these resources we need, these and this type of fund we need to proceed. Okay, this contingency plan reserves these particular assets for you and for your team to move further with the project. These plans will represent the response to a particular risk threat and a departure from base plan. They are reactive plans. It means here the actual work will will move. Our next plan is horizon plan. Strictly speaking, this is not a plan but a method of planning, that is named horizon planning. If you have a long project over many years, it will be very hard to produce a meaningful plan that has reliable detail covering a long period. As we can understand this, like we have a long range plans over the years and we have planned today, but we don't know what is the scenario, what will be the resource cost after 2 years, after 3 years. As we have a cost of a particular material, namely x, so after few years this cost will be increased definitely. So we have not any particular or a concrete plan for all the years. Hence, the project must be split into parts containing key milestones or phases, whatever is appropriate. It means we will break our whole project in years or in some milestones, and we will plan for a particular milestone. As you can take an example, as you are going for a tour and you have to go 1500 kilometers, then you cannot plan for the 1500 kilometers at once. You will break your journey in some milestones. As today we will cover 100 kilometers, 200 kilometers as per your convenience. Okay, and after reaching that particular milestone you will plan for another milestone. Okay, as present you are in a ground area, the plan should be different, and after 200 300 kilometers you will be in hill areas, then the plan will be different for that particular area. Okay, so this is covered over in the horizon plan. As it says, as one milestone is reached another appears on the horizon. As we have discussed about in the example, after reaching one milestone you will plan for another. The next one is action plans. The action plans themselves are well developed and can be implemented straight away. The plans that follow on at the horizon may be less show and require review. Okay, the action plans, it means you are start to work. Here you are planning to start our work. These are action plans. Here we have some other types of plans also. These are quality plan. We will prepare these to maintain the quality in the project. Validation plan for the validation. Configuration management plan. Staff development means is it basically related to the training and development plan, and the maintenance plan. Maintenance plan after delivery of the final product, you will plan for the maintenance. So this is all done in this lecture. Here is an ID. You can communicate directly with me on this. If you have any query and want any suggestion, you can directly email to me on this email ID as well. Okay, prepare your good quality notes and be in learning mode always.